He didn't quite make it, but he's made it another way. And so anyways, I have my friend today with me, and we are going to do our exciting coloring session, um, where we're using coloring as a way of self-reflection and diving deeper into our subconscious, those internal beliefs that we might have, the drivers that are happening in our lives that we can't see, that are dictating how we're showing up. We're going to use coloring as a way of accessing these parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily always access on a regular basis. I'm JQ. I'm the founder of Art as Alchemy. I'm very excited that you're here today. And every Wednesday we go live to have an artistic experience that allows us to dive deeper into mindfulness, self-reflection, growth, and empowerment. And as we're getting started, I am going to show you guys where you can go grab your free download. This is not the slide. This is the slide. So you can go over to myartalchemy.com/gift and you can download this 25 page, actually it's more than 25 pages, it's 25 topics, coloring pages, and also correlating journal pages that have prompts that allow you to do a little bit of self-reflection while you're coloring each of the topic. And so go grab your download. You can print it off. And if you don't have access to a printer today, you've shown up and you're here and all you have access to is a piece of paper and some coloring materials like crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever you have, feel free to just color along. Maybe you can draw something that works with the topic today. We are going to use the page Balance. So when you get your download, you can find there's two pages. There's a coloring page for Balance, and there's also a self-reflection journal page that goes along with it. So all you need to print out today are those two pages for this exercise. And like I said, if you don't have that, feel free to just draw along with us and use this time to get creative, get grounded in your body and into the experience of this. It's perfect timing because today we have a new moon solar eclipse, and the theme, one of the themes in this is balance. So how perfectly timed that we are doing this coloring experience today. It is October 2nd, 2024. So if you are watching this video later on, you can use this for, whatever you're going through in your life. If you are here live with me, I would love for you to post in the chat where you're joining from in the world. And anything else that you want to share along the way, feel free to pop it into the comments. I will mostly be coloring, but I will look up occasionally. And if you have questions or you want to share something, I will refer to those periodically throughout. So hello, Camille. Welcome to the stream. I am so excited to have you today. And to give you guys a little bit of information about what we do here at Art as Alchemy, we use artistic expression as an access point for transformation and empowerment. So we've actually tapped into artistic methods that use neuroscience and psychology. We also use coaching and tap into flow state. And so this is really powerful art. It's not necessarily art where you're creating to create something beautiful. You're creating art as a way of transforming and empowering yourself. So we offer live content and videos on YouTube, and those are all free to access. There's also a free community that you can join, and that way you can share your artwork. You can also share your experience with other art alchemists so that we start creating a tribe around this and support one another on their journey. And then through my website, myartalchemy.com, you can find online courses and also access a place to have one-on-one coaching with me. So we're going to get started. We'll probably be about 30 minutes of coloring today. So like I said, all you need is a piece of paper or that coloring page and some colored pencils, some crayons, some markers, whatever you want to use to color with. You can get creative. You can go outside the lines, whatever is calling to you. And also, I would encourage you to have a place to write some notes down, whether it's on the journal prompt page or somewhere else, even just a piece of paper. But that way you can capture what's coming up for you and any insights that you gain along the way. All right, so I am going to flip my camera so you can see my page. Here we go. And yay, Camille, you're coming from Florida. I'm so excited to have people from everywhere join. This is what I'm so excited about with this channel, is that I can access people from all over the world. It's wonderful. All right, so I'm also going to turn on a little bit of background music. Feel free, if you want your own music, to get into your flow. Turn on something that works for you. If my music is too loud, let me know. I can't hear it, but I will turn it up or down as needed. And we can get started with our coloring experience. And I'm going to give you a few more prompts than what is on your journal prompt page. So, feel free to listen along and use those prompts to self-reflect. If you're feeling like it's too much, mute me in the background, and that's totally fine. And then you can just get into your own flow. So today, as we're talking about balance, I'm going to just choose the colors that are feeling like balance to me. And blues. Okay, I've got a couple shades of blues here. I'm going to use some colored pencils. I might also use some markers, but for the sake of this beginning, I'm going to use 2 shades of blue. And the thing I want you to start with, as far as, diving into your internal state, is what does balance mean to you? And think about that. Is there a very specific definition that you have as it relates to balance in your life? Or does it show up in various ways depending on what's happening for you? I know for me, I can sometimes feel balanced and sometimes not feel balanced at all. And certain things fluctuate. I have a 4-year-old kid, and sometimes I can feel balanced in, let's say, time with him versus time to work on my passions and purpose. Other times it's way out of balance. I know in the first few years of being a stay-at-home mom, I felt very much out of balance, where it seemed to me like all I was doing was things for other people. Catering to my baby and kid, you know, depending on his age, which is all fine. It's just that, when I think about balance at the time, it was unbalanced. And now that he's in school, I'm finding more balance in those two areas. So on that note, I want you to reflect, where do you feel balanced in your life? And what feels out of balance? And feel free to jot down notes, like stop, coloring and take notes for yourself. Allow things to arise. And maybe it's different areas of life. So I might not feel balanced when it comes to my fitness right now. And, I'm choosing to spend my time sometimes on, let's say, my business. And I know that I only have a certain amount of time to be able to work on that. And so I will forego a workout for the day. And then I'm not feeling balanced as far as my fitness and my wellness even. And so then it's like, well, what's the impact of that? And you can start to take stock of what's in and out of balance. And if you were to get something into balance that is currently out of balance, would that then put something else out of balance for you? Again, feel free to jot down notes as you're reflecting on these points. And maybe you could rank them by what's important, what's most important. Come up with a plan almost for things that might drop off when other things take precedence. Looking at the impact of each of those. And then, what in your body, when you're feeling balanced, what does it feel like in your body? What are the sensations? What happens for you? And I'm sorry for that noise. Like, take note of when you're in balance and you're out of balance. What is it in your body? When I'm out of balance, it's easier for me to start like where I'm out of balance. So it might be easier for you to start there too, to kind of dive into like, what does it feel like? I know when I'm not balanced, there's thoughts and emotions that get triggered. So frustration can come up for me. maybe resentment. I might be, looking somewhere else outside of myself to blame for why I'm not balanced, instead of taking ownership and responsibility for that balance. This happens for me a lot because as a mom, I feel like there's a lot of things that are out of my control. Like my kiddo getting sick and then he's home. And so then I'm out of balance with where my time and attention is going to go. And so there's tension in my body. I might be more in my head because the thoughts are swirling. And then when I'm balanced, there's an expansive feeling. It feels like ease and flow and joy, peace. Okay, you're not hearing the music. Let's see here. Let's get it to play. We're going to work on this for a second. Well, I'm not sure about this. Oh, wait, here we go. It seems like I'm playing it, but it's not playing. Stop media, start media. Okay. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear it now. I did something, but I'm not sure if it's actually playing or not. So let me know if you do hear the music. Okay. So let me just get back into where we are. Balance. Okay, I know that it can be weird, like when there's no music. I'm working on it. This is all a learning curve. So feel free, if you want, you can put on maybe your own background music while you're watching this. And we will get it figured out. Now, let's talk about yin and yang. So, this is like when you think about balance, you're thinking about the yin and the yang and the dark and the light and the shadow and, the light. So think of the dark as our emotions, the moon going kind of into reflection, maybe the things that are not seen. And think about the light, the sun, the positivity, the emerging on the other side. What does the light mean to you? And, when I think about yin and yang, I don't think about them necessarily as being opposite, though they are kind of opposite. I think of them more as, two parts of the whole and things that go together. So you can have like a shadow or some darkness, right? Maybe it's like things that are not working for you. And those can actually be good things. because they lead to the light. When you actively, look into, let's say, our shadow to see what's there, and you want to work on it, then it allows you to bring that to light and transform it. So it's great because it makes me really appreciate both sides, the yin and the yang. And when we have, oh my gosh, I'm just like looking into this section here and doing this the whole way around. Oh boy. Okay, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by it, but I'm going to do it. So when we have yin and we have yang energy, you can use it to your benefit. I wouldn't attach yourself to thinking one is better than the other and one is negative and one is positive, even though there are aspects to it that do feel that way for us, right? I would look at it like they're both helpful and valuable. And when we have those yang moments and the yin moments, then it sort of makes you appreciate the other ones. So, to me, it's like what gets revealed allows you to decide what you want to create. And actually, Esther Hicks talks about this a lot. So what we don't want helps us realize what we do want. And from there, you can actually do something about it. Oh my gosh, this is so much. I'm only a quarter of the way through. It's okay. It's all right. Maybe I'll do it in like a gradual color theme. That would be fun. All right, let's keep on moving. How you feeling? How you feeling in your body? How's your coloring going? And don't forget to take notes, jot down things that are coming up. If you have like an aha moment or some sort of insight, you might even get maybe like an affirmation download that you can say to yourself when you're not feeling balanced to put you back into balance. A reminder. And share with me in the comments, any of the insights you're having along the way. Like, where are you feeling out of balance? What do you want to work on right now? Okay, let's see here. Do I want to use colored pencils or markers? Orange. That is not orange. Bright orange. I want to share with you how powerful art can be, because that's why I'm here. Like, that is why I do what I do, is because I know the power of art, of having some sort of artistic expression and giving yourself the space of doing it, what that also allows for you. So there's a number of things here. First is we're getting ourselves out of our head, into our body. We're focusing our attention in such a way that it allows certain things to happen chemically, biologically in our system, in our brain, in our body, that, normal everyday things, when we have our brains switched on, you're not able to access those areas. Our brains are so amazing and super helpful in so many ways, and they're also not helpful at all in so many ways. I can overwork my problems to death. I can, send myself into a complete downward spiral, thought spiral, from one thing that happens, one thing I hear, could send me totally off the rails. And what art allows is a reconnection to whatever you want to call it, whether it be your soul, your higher self, universal forces, energy, God, any of the words that you resonate with that is higher, within ourselves, but also from a higher source. So what I mean by that is there's an energy moving inside of us, and we can tap into that guiding force when we allow our brain to shut down. Our brain is like super amazing. It's like a computer, but there's an essence inside. And it's really amazing when you can give yourself the space to access that. All right. The other thing about art, first of all, you're using your hands, right? You're actually putting color to a paper. And that act ties together parts of your brain. So as we're doing this self-reflection and you're coloring, and it's allowing you to tap into things that you don't normally tap into, it's super cool because you can start to access different spaces, access different knowledge, access answers that weren't necessarily, available to you when the brain was trying to overwork it. And I am currently getting certified as a specialist in neurographic art. And neurographic art is super cool because the way in which the algorithms work, it actually taps into your subconscious. Like through drawing, you can access the subconscious hidden drivers in your life and transform them and evolve yourself in one drawing. Super cool. Super duper cool. So, keep your eyes out, peeled, whatever. Don't keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled for that coming up. I'm going to be offering that for people. What are you most interested in? What does art do for you? And if it's not art, if you have some other passion that puts you into a flow state, it gets you out of your head and into your heart, what is it? All right, let's see. What else do we want to talk about here as far as balance? Are you feeling more balanced? Is coloring helping you to balance? Or are you now feeling like, oh my gosh, I've been coloring for a long time and now I need to go do all this other stuff? I like doing these lives. It gives me a space to, number one, do this with you, right? I get to experience it with you, even though I'm talking. So I am still getting to self reflect because through the inquiry, I'm also looking for myself. But it's fun to be able to just get into these flows. And create. And this business, Art is Alchemy, I've been doing different versions of this work, I would say, for a long time now. But this expression of it in Art is Alchemy resonates so profoundly for me, and it's really exciting. And I want other people to have access to that too. What is the thing? This is all about, I would say, alignment, which we did last week. We did alignment in our coloring session, but this goes back to alignment. So, I think that one of the goals in life, is to find alignment with your authentic expression, your desires, and from there, then you can find fulfillment, which I think is the other important thing, to live a fulfilled life. To me, a fulfilled life is executing on the things that align, like that bring you joy. I wish I could get that music to play so you guys could hear it. I don't know. I don't know how to make that work. I'm so sorry. I know that in those quiet moments it can be boring. I am constantly evolving and growing, especially as I am on this journey. Like, from the first live stream to now, there's been learnings and growth, and I can feel all the good things just even on my own that are happening. And of course, I want to make this the best possible experience for you guys, because that's what this is for. But I'm also, on my own journey, and being able to learn through trial and error is actually a gift. And so when I, sort of detach from perfectionism worrying about what people are going to think. It's like what's most important is what I think about this and what I'm learning. And in this experience, I am definitely learning a lot and growing. And so it'll be great. One day I'll look back on all of these and go, oh my gosh, that was interesting. What do you guys think so far? This is good, right? What does your coloring page look like? You can share it. You can share a photo of it on our free community space. The link is down below, going to be down below in the description of this video. But you can join for free, and then when you're in there, you can post a photo of your artwork, your coloring page, and you can share what has come up, maybe what has transpired since doing the activity, and meet other people who are just like you. I'll also be having lots of other experiences to try out. Like I said, we'll have the neurographic art classes. I'm also going to run some art flow shops. And art flow shop is an experience that I founded back in 2016. It is a really cool experience where you learn about and access flow state through painting. And so there's, the original flow shop. And then I also will have themed ones where we can dive into various themes, kind of like this, but even more, relevant to like a transformation in your life. How's your body feeling? I have a headache that's brewing, and I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm also going to switch to some markers for some of this and see how the balance actually goes between that. So let's see here. You can go outside the lines here. Like, you could draw some sort of balance. You could draw or write sayings, affirmations. What comes up for you around it? All right, we're getting there. This looks like it's gonna be dark. Ooh, a gray. I like that. Don't forget to journal. And then see, what happens in your life after this experience. My goal is to get you to come up with, like, find the ways in which you're stuck here or not empowered, basically, in this area when it comes to balance, and then discover maybe what might help you to get into balance and create a plan for yourself so that by the time you leave this coloring session, you're more empowered in this area and can use it as a tool to create the life that you want. Okay, I'm getting antsy. You can tell. Are you feeling that way too? I can always tell when I'm like running out of steam because I'm just like rushing through. And, you know, it's all good. But, you know, and there's something there for me that relates to this. I like this purple a lot. I mean, granted, purple is my favorite color. But this one's got like a gray tone to it. It's really beautiful. Okay. I'm going to now color this in at the top. Oh boy. No, not that side. This side. It's going to have to be balance in perfectionism and mistakes, because look at this. It's like all over the place. Actually, to that point, I'm getting so much better at relaxing around perfectionism. I used to hold myself to such a high standard, and it's probably because I was a gymnast and I was trained into perfection. But now I don't care as much. I'm like, just doing is better than not doing, you know, and waiting to be perfect. And also I realized that, like, the people that I watched and resonated with, they're not perfect. And I really still enjoy them. Okay, here we are. Balance. This is my finished drawing. I'm going to switch the camera back around again. And I am going to... Let's see. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm here. So here's my final drawing. I sort of like it and I sort of don't, which is great because it's a balance. It's a balance of liking it and not liking it. And it's all perfect. So as you reflect on your coloring today, I want you to kind of revisit the themes that were there for you. Anything that you want to leave this session with, make sure that you jot it down and use it in the future. And you can always print off another page and do this all over again. You can do it anytime you feel like maybe you're out of balance. And maybe this will help you get back into balance in that area of life. So we're going to close it out. I want to let you know that we're here to to do these lives. We're also I'm also here to help you work through anything one-on-one. And if you liked this video today, I would love for you to like and share it with anyone else. And then also to subscribe to our channel, because that's going to help me grow. It's going to remind you when we have an upcoming live stream, or also to get notified when there's a new upload of a video. And you can go to our website, myartalchemy.com, as well as our social pages. Feel free to follow us. You need to do the periods in between, so it's art.as.alchemy. Don't get it confused for some other people. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. You can say bye to my friend here, and we'll see you next week.